So a lot of people ask like, why Inglewood? We always like to say, like, why not Inglewood? Hey, how's it going? I'm Terell Johnson. I'm the Chief Operating Officer and founder of La Create Space.
And I'm Marisa Johnson. I'm the CMO and founder as well.
So La Create Space, we're a creative space. We offer meeting, collaboration, and training and workshop spaces for all of our members. That really means that we're able to support entrepreneurs, small businesses, to provide them with digital tools and resources to help their businesses grow and scale. We were really inspired to start the space because the lack of a space like we have. Like, we started to work and went to school in the Silicon Valley, and so there are a lot of spaces that are very similar to ours. It really gives entrepreneurs and various type of groups spaces to come together. We relocated from the Bay Area down to LA, where I took a job in the Silicon Beach area, and we really just had time to look at our neighborhood. We quickly realized that there wasn't spaces for people like us. There wasn't a space where I can go to get on the internet, a place where I can go to grab a cup of coffee, but really a space where I can go to find like-minded creatives. And so we were inspired by a television show in which someone was kind of going through Inglewood and just talking about all the new things that were going to be going on. And we're like, hey, like, wouldn't it be great if we had a space in which we can kind of work with our friends to create various type of projects? And as we started to get into like the need that our community had, we realized that it was much bigger than our idea had originally thought.
I just think it's the knowledge, like Terell mentioned, of what was coming. We knew what we wanted to see, and we wanted to make sure that we saw it. And we wanted to make sure, like he said, we were the ones doing it. And so it's been a progressive, obviously, of what we need and what we could provide over the past 5 years. As for example, with the wellness space, it's like, I work out and I have nowhere to work out at. So why don't we use the space next door and make a fitness wellness studio? I need to meditate, I need to do my yoga. And it is very hard for me to drive to the west side to do that.
Marisa had kind of been alluding to wanting to do a wellness partnership. Over the years, she had said stuff about it, and she wanted to do yoga and meditation, and she wanted me to bring my classes over here somehow, some way, and it just so happened that this space opened up. My name is Claudine Cooper. I am the co-owner of The Grace Space in Inglewood, California. A few years back, I was asked to be interviewed for a woman's YouTube series. She was shooting the YouTube series at La Create Space. So I went to La Create Space, which is down the street from my house, and when I was being interviewed, Marisa's husband, Terell, came in and said, I need to introduce you to my wife. You guys would make really good friends. And sure enough, the next week, because all you gotta do is tell me that there's a girlfriend who needs a friend. I'm like, where do I need to be? Show up where I need to be. So I came the next week, and I sat down with Marisa, and he was right. We were fast friends, and we've been friends ever since. And so I said yes to her offer to co-own this business that we have now called The Grace Space. And you know, it's been over a year now, and we have provided so many great wellness services for the community that I'm just proud to be in partnership with her and her husband. It's so much more than fitness and wellness, and I don't know really how to put my finger on it or how to express it, but what we've been able to do is to open the space to other talented practitioners, people who are basketball aficionados or yogis or whatever your gift is in the field of athleticism, in the field of fitness. This is a space where you can bring your people and get in here and do your special magic.
Advice I would give a business owner is probably start a business that gives you purpose, that fuels a fire or provides a need. Because in those days of like not wanting to do it, find something that serves a purpose. I think that's where I find my inspiration or my drive on those days is tapping into that, because it essentially like feeds me and then it helps somebody else.
You know, being an entrepreneur is like a 24/7 situation, and it can be hard to prioritize your mental health and be a business owner at the same time. But one thing I'm very clear about is that I can't do any of this if my mental and physical health is not intact. So one of the things I do is I reserve certain days where I just don't work at all.
Yeah, I think some of the biggest lessons that we've learned is actually how to operate a business. And so really just having like an organizational structure, even when it comes to just like me and Marisa and like how we, wake up every day and try to figure out what needs to be done to get us through the day versus like working with various type of customers and just dealing with the various personalities and the various states that our customers are in. Some of them are well off, some of them come from organizations, some of them come from brand, some of them are smaller productions, some of them are smaller events, all the way up to larger events. So really, understanding how to deal with a wide range of people, which has helped us kind of grow and see different opportunities.
I think the biggest lesson I've learned from starting a business is that everything doesn't have to be perfect. I have a marketing background, and as you can imagine, everything is perfect there. And so sometimes it takes me a long time to release a new feature, release a new product, hire someone, because I'm thinking it has to be perfect. But in this journey of 5 years, I've noticed like we've piecemealed specific things. But everything has, like our foundation has been super on point, and everything now that we build on top of that is kind of perfect. The business in Inglewood, I feel like we have a really tight bond. We have a group chat. What do we call each other? Like the Voltron group, like Voltron together. We stay really close. We know that Inglewood, there's a spotlight on us, and that we know that there's tons of opportunities, and we always want to make sure that each of us get a piece of that opportunity.
I would like people to know this about Inglewood. We're a family. The people in this neighborhood are invested in this community in such a way that we're committed to being here and to staying here.
So for me, the future of the space is obviously expansion and continuing to connect with our communities. We have really strong partners, and we feel like our next step will be obviously owning a building and expanding these spaces to serve and provide more resources for the community. So I'm really excited about, our wellness, our products, the different trainings and workshops that we'll have. And you're excited for it. And yeah, never putting like this glass ceiling over my head, but just keeping like this open mind that anything really is possible now.